Go quiet now. Let's just see if there is anyone left in the toilet. Knock on the door if you're still in the toilet.
I saw a man.
Oh, well, there we go. So welcome to Claygate. I understand that you are Claygate Gentlemen's Club. Am I right in that? Yeah. I asked, do you do any charitable work, and I got a laugh. So basically, all the women, I think, they have sewing evenings and have the milkman round, and you lot just fuck off for a drink every single Friday. Is that right? Am I led to believe that? So yeah, it was nice. The toilets are over there, by the way. Thank you for going to toilet. You're going to have a fantastic evening. We've got two awesome acts lined up for you. So before we bring them on, I'm going to just let you know what's going to happen this evening. But basically, a couple of house rules. Can you turn your phones off for me? Okay, so that during the act we don't get any embarrassments. Turn them off for me. That'd be great. So we don't get any buzzing on the speakers. There we go. Because they will rip a new hole in you if you leave your phone on. I'm sure. Obviously, there's a lot of bankers here. There's lots of pretentious ringtones in the room. So there we go. Have we had a good meal? Are we having a good meal? Yeah, that was crap response. Are we having a good meal? Fucking hell, I can feel the testosterone coming across the floor. My colleagues over there have asked me, they have no idea what sort of a crowd you are, so I've already said the F word. Did I get away with it? Yeah! Yes, what about the C word? Yeah! They are Clarkson, there you go. Who said that? We're going to find out who said that. So you're not so fucking brave now, are you? So, there we go. What's your name, sir? Bob. Short for? Gordon. And what do you do, obviously, apart from pissing at Arbor Friday night?
Works for a bank.
You're a banker. Oh, so this side of the room, they really fucking hate you. This is obviously the banker's table. How many more bankers on this? I'm only guessing. How many more bankers on this table by a show of hurrah? Huzzah. How many more? No.
Just these two bankers.
My friend Martin. Yes, I do know your name. Martin, I love that. Can you say that again for me?
No, I can't.
He said, no, just these two cunts. So there we go. So my name's Claire. So yeah, what we're going to do is I'm going to waffle for a couple more minutes, and then what we'll do is we'll bring on our first act. That'll be about 20 minutes, and then guys, we will have a 10-minute. We will have a 10-minute break where most of you can, as I have seen, go in the ladies and piss on the floor. That's lovely. I saw Steve coming out. Where's Steve? He came out of the ladies looking rather sheepish. Not that Steve, it was another Steve. He said his name was Steve. I'm guessing it wasn't Steve. So there we are. It's all gone quiet now, hasn't it?
His name's Buddy.
His name's Buddy. Yeah, that's not funny, is it? No.
His glasses.
So who's talking? Oh, that's another thing, by the way. Heckle me as much as you like. I don't give a shit. Just heckle me, but just show your love to the comedians tonight, so you can say anything you like to me. I don't give a shit. So there we go. There we go. So well, I don't know. I have no idea what the sort of audience we've got here. So I have no idea. I know you're bankers, but that doesn't mean to say you're intelligent. Ooh, that cut the room, didn't it? So I'm going to start with a physics joke. You're excited about that, aren't you? So we all seen Deal or No Deal. How many people watch Deal or No Deal? The bankers obviously do. I've often wondered what would happen if Schrödinger. There's a large take up for that joke already in this section here. if Schrödinger went on that programme, how would that work? That would be one cat, one box, one question. Dead or not dead? There we go, they like that. The rest of you, you're a bunch of dumb fucks. But don't worry, later you can all get your Blackberries out and you can go on Google, put Schrödinger in there and realise just how fucking funny that last joke was. So when you saw me come up, I bet you all thought to yourselves, fucking hell, what a result, they've gone and booked Miranda for the night. That's your mum. I don't believe you, because you're on a banker's table. We don't believe anything bankers say.
One bank.
Just one. No, apparently Martin said there's two. There's two. So who else have we got? We've got another Martin there. See, I've done my homework. I said, is there anything funny about Martin? And he said, he's a South African. I'm not the racist one. There. And we've got a Patrick as well. Where there's a Patrick as well. So I think am I right in saying that congratulations or commiserations are in order tonight? Because I think Steve, the Claygate Gentlemen's Club, is on his way out. Is that right?
No, he's back again.
He's back again. It's picking up. So come on. No, what's happening? No, shut up over there. Thank you. So what's happening? Is he out? Or are you in? Or are you out?
Oh, I'm out.
You're out. And Patrick, you're in. Is that right? Yes. And I also know, Patrick, I know you didn't put your hand up, but you were a banker, weren't you? No, you got made redundant. We won't go there. So there we go. You're settling down. You seem like a nice bunch of guys. One thing you've probably already noticed is that I have. You're still talking. Is he still talking? You are going to be such a fucking pain. So Martin, I'm going to come and sit in your lap now. Martin, you've probably noticed that I have quite a deep voice.
You do.
Yeah, great.
Have you noticed I've got quite a high voice?
Yes, I can't match that. I'm not going to do any more jokes now. Okay. So I don't know. We've had a fantastic year. A couple bits of news that I've seen this year. Two of my favourite stories this year. First one is that it was in the Times. That a story about the gays have split the church in two. That was the title. And all I could think of was fucking hell. That must have been one fucking big gay.
Take that.
There we go. There's a large uptake for a gay joke just on this section here. There we go. And the other one I like is a pot noodle. And this is absolutely true. I don't know if you've seen it. Pot noodle are bringing out a festive version. It's absolutely true, and it is going to be a Christmas dinner. It's going to have everything on it. And what I love, someone on the face over there, it is going to have cranberry, it is going to have turkey, but apparently, and this is absolutely true, they won't be putting Brussels sprouts in because apparently people don't like the taste. That's absolutely true. So, Barsha, you're all guys here. Have you all kids? By way of a cheer, have you all got kids? Yes, teenagers, give us another cheer. Oh shit! It will happen because I've got two lovely boys. They are fantastic. My eldest, he's about 18 now. As you can guess, like most teenagers, he likes to sit there all day long on the PlayStation. I left him the other day at 9 o'clock in the morning. When I came back at 5, he hadn't moved a muscle. I thought, shit, he's had a stroke. So I thought, I know, I've seen the government advert, FAST. Have we all seen this advert about how to detect if you're having a stroke? I thought I'll test the symptoms on him. F, face. Is his face drooping? And can he raise a smile? Little shit hasn't smiled since his hormones kicked in. A, arms. Can he raise them? And can he keep them there? Lift lifting a fucking finger would be a start. S. Speech. Is his speech slurred or unintelligible? He's a fucking teenager.
Hang on, Gordo's having a stroke.
Can he reach you over the screen from there? Yes. You fucked my joke up now, haven't you? And the last letter, I'll carry on, the last letter is T, time to call an ambulance. Now I think it should be T, teenager. Check he's a teenager. In fact, I didn't go as far as to say the last three letters should be T, G and V. Check he's a teenager, goth or vegetarian. There we go. So, what I need to do, I'm going to bring on the first act. I'm sure you're happy about that, but I need to get some audience participation. So, what I'd like to do, I'd like to start from this side of the room. Let's imagine we're at a cricket match. I'm sure. I mean, you guys, you look as if you spend all your freaking life watching the test match. Can we have a gentle number? Can we have a gentle 3 on the clapometer along this side? There we go. That's lovely, that's lovely. And a nice gentle 3 from the cricket audience there, okay, that's very good. Keep the clapping going. Can you raise it to 7 over here, that's lovely. Raise it to an 8 over here, and then raise it to a 10. Go
Hello. Hello. Very excited to be here. I know some of you will be suspecting that they got someone from the kitchen to dress up as if doing jokes. Fuck you.
What again?
Should point out at this stage, this gentleman's he's heckled me there. And I am not one of these clever comedians that has a put down for this. I just travel around with a large gang of Asian lads that deal with it quite severely. But it's very nice to be here. I know some of you see me start talking already. You're thinking, oh my god, Asian comedian. It's going to be banging on about being Asian the whole time. Please don't worry. Only about 10% of my stuff is actually based on me being Asian. The other 90% is based on my issues with white people.
Thank God for that.
Looking around, I can't help feeling there's been a bit of a booking error. We'll plough on nonetheless. And then I'll run the fuck out of it. As Claire said, my name is Romesh Ranganathan. Somebody laughing at my fucking name on there. That is Romesh Ranganathan. It is a traditional Sri Lankan name. It does beg the question, why was I given the middle name Jonathan? That is genuinely my middle name. When I asked my parents why, they told me, in order to help you to avoid racial discrimination. My dad said you can use it on job application forms. Why? So they think I'm a white dude. My surname has got 26 syllables in it. Plus, if that were to even work, what the fuck am I going to tell them at the interview? Oh yeah, this is just a fantastic holiday town. If you could avoid race issues by using a different name, I don't think Nelson Mandela would have spent 26 years in prison. I think he would have asked people to call him Rodney. Don't know if Are there any fans of conspiracy theories in the audience?
No.
Fantastic. This bit is going to fucking fly, isn't it? I'm really into my conspiracy theories. One of the things that I believe quite strongly is that call centre workers just pretending to be Indian because they can't be asked to help you. It's just something I believe. And I got a phone call from a charity call centre worker the other day, and I know you guys don't seem to give a shit about charity based on what said. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, you're quite passionate about that, aren't you? Selfish pricks. Got a phone call from a charity call centre worker the other day. This guy phones me up and he says, I don't know if any dealings with these guys trying to recruit for more donations. Phones me up and he says, hello sir, do you know that if you spend £35 you can enable a family to buy a goat, which will enable them to support themselves for the rest of their lives. Really? How? They're planning on opening the shittest zoo in the world. Don't understand the way charity and disasters make people behave. Like, I don't know if you're aware, Mr. T stopped wearing his gold chains. When he was asked why, he said it was a mark of respect for the victims of Hurricane Katrina. Now, imagine, if you will, your house has been swept away. You've lost a member of your family. The relief that would go through your system to know that Mr. T's not wearing his fucking jewellery anymore. I mean, it's a little bit random, isn't it? Do you think people from New Orleans are going to flick on the telly and go, oh no, Mr. T, don't wear all that heavy gold. If it happens again, you'll sink, Mr. T. Which case really should be walking around with a pair of those inflatable armbands on. Going, I pity the fool that doesn't have any buoyancy aids. I was so astounded by that story, right, that I actually discussed it with my mum. I said to you, seen this, Mum, Mr. T stopped wearing his gold chains because of Hurricane Katrina. And I'll never forget her response. She looked at me, she took off her glasses and she said, why can't you be a doctor? She's fucking obsessed. That's her. As I said, I'm originally Sri Lankan. There are a couple of stereotypes about Sri Lankans that you might be aware of. I won't open it up to the floor and ask you what they are. I made that mistake at a BNP rally. The two stereotypes are these. Stereotype number one is that we all have or will work at KFC. Piss off. Stereotype number two, you don't see us at KFC, you'll see us on your way home at your local 24-hour petrol station. Now,
what about bowler with a bent arm?
Well, that's one Sri Lankan. Why did we, just gonna clamber out of my pigeonhole to tell the rest of this joke.
Definition of a stereotype is.
Yeah. Don't worry. No, it's fine. It's fine.
No, I'm sorry.
No, don't worry about it. There's a couple of brown guys waiting for you outside. Well, this is a problem for me, right? Because when I was a teenager, I'd often come home from a night out, drunk in the morning. I wouldn't have pulled because I look a little bit like Tamwa from EastEnders. I think to myself, what am I going to do? I know I'll pick up some late night pornography, a copy of Asian Babes, or as I like to, about the brown girls thing.
The truth is out.
So
Don't show off, Mark.
is that his showing off? I buy porn. Fucking hell. You got to set your bar a little bit higher, mate. Yes, sometimes when I'm feeling really daring, I buy some pornography. Because I'm a gangster. Okay, so... Anyway, I go down to the 24-hour petrol station to pick up one of these late-night publications. Who should be behind the counter but my Uncle Raj? Hello, Romesh. How are you doing? How can I help you? So, like, I can't buy pornography then. Got to pretend I'm there for something innocent, like cheese and onion pasty. See what I can do with that.
That was not a lack of recognition, by the way.
That reminds me of November last year.
That reminds you of November last year. Do tell. Not tonight.
No, November last year.
Yeah. Okay, so November last year he fucked a pasty. Let's move on. I don't know if we've been enjoying the weather has been extremely hot this year up until a really late point, right? And it's only just got as cold as it's supposed to get. And I loved this whole Indian summer thing we had going on, but it was getting too hot for me, right? And I was getting my hair cut near where I lived, and I was complaining about how hot it was, when this complete stranger turns around to me and he says, "I can't believe you lot. I can't believe you lot. You come over here, didn't you, eh? Yeah, you do, mate. Yeah, you do. Oh, mate, you do. You come over here, and then you complain about how bloody hot it is." And I thought, I'm going to put this prick in his place, assuming that I'm an immigrant. So I said to him, "Well, actually, sir, the climatic conditions in Crawley, where I originate from, are very similar to the ones that we're experiencing here." Just goes to show you. To which his genuine response was, "Bloody hell, mate, you're picking up the language brilliantly, ain't you?" So I complain about that, but in the winter, one of my favourite pastimes is to pretend to passers-by that I've just arrived in the country and that I'm seeing snow for the very first time. On a really good day, they take photographs, which is nice. I am, may surprise one or two of you don't know to actually discover that I am married. My wife and I had a small child. I mean, we're not kidnappers. We created a small child by the traditional means. I said Asian babes. She's white, actually. I nicked one of yours. So, hey, the knuckles, motherfucker! Actually, I got into massive argument with her. Actually, she called me an arsehole because I wanted to miss my son's second birthday to go on holiday, which I didn't think was that big a deal. Does anybody think that's a big deal? No, exactly, because you're fine figures of men. Now, I didn't think it was that big a deal because it's his second birthday. He doesn't know what the fuck a birthday is, right? He's not going to grow up knowing that his father missed his second birthday. My wife said, "Of course he will. I'll have to tell him." Now, who's really the arsehole in that scenario?
Now, we all recognise that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, thank you. Jason recognised an arsehole. Well, you'd know, my friend, wouldn't you? I recently had my son in the back of the car. He was in the back of the car. And I was pulling up to a petrol station. I thought, I can't be bothered to take him out of the car and take him in with me while I pay. I thought I'd just leave him in there. I mean, that's not bad, is it? No, when he looks like me, he's not going to get abducted. Plus, I was extremely careful. I took my sat-nav in with me. I went into the petrol station, I paid for the petrol, I said hello to my Uncle Raj, came back out to the car, and he was crying his eyes out because he thought I'd abandoned him. And as a father, That is one of the most heartbreaking things that you can see. Because it means he's a pussy. It's extremely disappointing, as I'm sure you can appreciate. So like, my wife has decided that the only way that we can punish my son is to use a naughty step. Does anybody here use a naughty step?
Oh, yeah.
It's a fucking absolutely ridiculous idea, right? Now this is the only thing, the most surprising thing about that story is that you're married. And that your house has stairs. That's incredible. Just thought you'd be alone in a bungalow wanking. So my wife has said the only thing that we're allowed to use to punish my son is a naughty step, right? The other day, I come out of the living room and he's playing on the naughty step. Now I don't want him playing on the naughty step, it's supposed to be a punishment. But it does occur to me that if I ask him to leave the naughty step and he says no, what the fuck am I going to do? So, I move him off the naughty step, he moves back on. I move him off the naughty step, he moves back on. The only way that I can keep him off is by sitting there myself and physically pushing him away. And this works for about half an hour until I realise that my son has put me on the fucking naughty step. So anyway, the upshot of it is I ended up having to take my son on holiday with us. Which was a riot. I don't want to tell you. Like, he hadn't even turned 2 at the time. And I had to get him a passport. To get a separate passport for a 1-year-old. Now listen, I'm all for stopping illegal immigration. Particularly as my family are all over here now. But the way I see it, if a 1-year-old manages to illegally make it to the shores of our country, then I say let the sneaky little fucker in. So the other thing my wife and I we argue about my parenting skills. The other thing we argue about is dinner parties. She's become obsessed with organising dinner parties. I don't want a dinner party because I don't like socialising. Full stop. You know, I don't like other people generally. Like people say to me, oh, they see me with my kid and they say, you must love children. No, I love my child. Other people's children can burn. I don't give a shit about other people's children. All right, that is it. And I certainly don't want to socialise with their parents. Now, any of you that have been out on your own with your kids will know that any other single man or man that's on his own that sees you immediately gravitates towards you and thinks that you need to be best mates. I hate that shit. Right? I took my son to a soft play area the other day, and this guy spots me from the other side of the room, comes running over with his gargoyle of a child, and says to me, hello there, my name's Michael, this is Sebastian, and we come here on Wednesdays. And I said to him, hello there, my name's Romesh, and I found this boy outside. And then I hug him for a very long time. So I don't want to have a dinner party. Right? I don't want to have a dinner party. My wife became obsessed with organising a dinner party for me because she saw me watching Come Dine With Me. Which is why when I saw her watching the news, I booked her tickets to Libya. Haven't seen her for a while. We had Indian. I assume you're fans of Indian food, otherwise this would be the fucking worst night ever, wouldn't it? I'm a massive fan of Indian food, right? But I don't know if you're aware, Asian man going into an Indian restaurant generates a certain level of expectation. My friends all think I should be some sort of curry Jedi. Turn up an Indian restaurant, they say things to me like, Romesh, what's in this saag aloo? What's in that? Oh, I'll tell you. What's in this saag aloo, my friend? I'm Sri Lankan. This is an Indian. Why don't you tell me what you know about tortellini, you prick? then I can't even order what I want. Because of their level of expectation, I have to order the hottest fucking thing on the menu. Make sure I've got some bog roll in the freezer. That works, by the way, man. Plus, I didn't want to go for dinner where I live. I live in a place called Crawley. Does anybody here know Crawley? Yeah. I recently moved to a particularly rough area of Crawley that you might be aware of. It's called Crawley. When I first moved in, it was absolutely fantastic. Neighbours invited us round for dinner. We were extremely friendly, almost too friendly. Until one day, they battered the shit out of me when they found out that I wasn't actually from Secret Millionaire. It's awkward. I don't mind telling you. Ladies and gentlemen, that is about it from me. I will share one more thing with you before I go. My sexual performance is not actually all that.
Do you want the CGC then?
What's the CGC?
So I get a jump as a pub.
Oh, is it? Oh, right, makes sense, doesn't it? That's I couldn't even figure out those three initials. There you go. You guys are a lot of frustrated gentlemen, eh? Not particularly that stands out. Pardon? Not now. Oh, right, great. Well, yeah, we can have some fun. Cubicle one, let's go for it. Now, some of you are looking at me thinking, surely, Romesh, you are some sort of chocolate. Love God. Is that I probably did pause for a little bit too long there. Made it seem like I was asking if you thought of some sort of chocolate, which is Twix probably. But please don't judge this book by its glorious cover. Fuck you, man. I'm not actually all that in a sack. I'm pretty shabby in the bedroom. Thank you very much. Good night. This guy started applauding. Like, I'm glad he got off his chest, mate. Found out about these condoms that apparently desensitise the old boy, and maybe to last twice as long in the sack. And I thought, well, this is embarrassing. I think this is an investment that I'm completely on board with. So I got some money together. Went to buy some of these magical condoms. My Uncle Raj is behind the fucking camera. She's learning plastic. I did have a great evening. To be fair. I was about to say, ladies and gentlemen, fuck you. Boys, you genuinely have been, I'm not just saying this, adequate.
You're a naughty boy. We're gonna have some of you outside. Personally. Yeah, it'll cost me. Yeah, I knew you were cheap. So, guys, fill your glasses. Go and have. I think that's. Do we still use the word Waz here? What are we saying, Clay? So you, that's the guy that goes in the ladies. So just judge him for the next 5 minutes, and we'll be back in about 7 or 8 minutes. Bye bye.